Welcome to Unorganized Chaos. I am your lead servant of the Unorganized Chaotic Ministries. All are welcome here. This is a whosoever will zone. This is a safe zone. This is a judgment-free zone. All are welcome here, especially if you're gay, straight, crippled, or crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that notification button. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. Today I want to talk about God interrupted my plans because He had a plan. Or God interrupted my plans because she had a plan. God will put my plan on pause to put His plan into purpose. God will put my plan on pause to put His plan into purpose. Sometimes we're not able or capable to see as far as our God is. So a lot of times when things are not going my way or your way, we might think, man, am I doing something wrong? Am I on the wrong path? Did I do a wrong business plan? Did I draft the plan wrong? Sometimes God might just be putting my plan on pause so that He can put His plan into purpose. That's why it's important to have a relationship with God. I didn't say a religion, I said a relationship with God. That way you have some idea of what's going on in your life spiritually. God interrupted my direction. I was heading in a different direction than where I am now. Now I'm in this direction, walking in the purpose God has planned for my life during this season. This reminded me, God interrupted the Red Sea to put His plan into purpose. God did not only interrupt my direction, but He also interrupted the Red Sea. He had it split it ways, so that He could put His plan into purpose to get His people across and away from Pharaoh and his army. God can interrupt a bad deal. If you get ready to sit down and make a deal to buy something and something happens where it's interrupted, don't get all mad and upset that it's delayed. Look at it, hey, maybe this was a bad deal that God was trying to interrupt in my favor so His plan could be put into purpose. God can interrupt my plans for my financial choices. I might have made a decision, hey, I want to get this amount of stock and bonds and stuff, but something would happen, make me forget about it, and then the next day you see that DT done made some choices that caused the stock market to drop, and you'll be grateful. I'm grateful God interrupted my financial choices. God is also interrupting my enemies' plans. God is interrupting your enemies' plans. Ain't no telling what plans they might have out there for you or for me. But God is in the process of interrupting your enemies' plans so that His plans can be put into purpose for our prosperity. God interrupts my phone calls. Now, I ain't mad at that. I like that because I'm not really a phone person. I barely answer my phone. And if you ain't in my contacts, you might be going straight to voicemail. So, yeah, God and Apple, they get together and help interrupt my phone calls. I think that's a blessing. When my plan falls apart, I shouldn't get discouraged or confused or hurt. I don't know anyone whose plans always come together. When my plan falls apart, just look at it as, hey, if my plan ain't working, it's because God has another purpose for me. So just look at it that way. God interrupted my plan, personally. And hold on, my battery light just came on my handy dandy laptop, so let me plug it in. I like my shirt. My sister brought it for me. I like it. It says mental health awareness. Don't judge what you don't understand. I think that's beautiful. Thank you, Dee. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank God for you. Water break. Thank you. I'm back. God interrupted my plans of never being admitted to a mental institution. Yep, he interrupted that. He said, no, this is going to be part of your experience. I'm grateful for that experience. And I'm not ashamed of that experience. And hopefully it'll bring awareness to other people who may be struggling or having some type of mental difficulties. Tony Evans wrote a book called Divine Interruptions. He wrote it after his wife passed away. Rest her soul. God bless them all. It's a very good book. I read it a while ago. It's a trip I read a while ago. Now I can't remember. That means I need to read it again. Whenever I read a book and I can't remember nothing from it, and I know the book was good, I make myself reread it. But when I read a book and I don't remember nothing from it, and the book wasn't good, I just donate it or give it away to somebody. But that was a good book, Divine Interruptions. But guess what? An interruption can lead to a blessing. Interrupting the Red Sea, which was really the Reed Sea. Interrupting that sea was a blessing for Moses and God's people and the Israelites. It was a blessing for them, but it was destruction for Pharaoh and his army. So what's a blessing for me can be a disaster for you if you try to follow me while God is taking me through my blessing. You can't follow me on a path that God has planned for me. It might not be a blessing for you to have gone through being admitted to a mental institution. It might not be God's plan for you, for your life to get interrupted. But for me, I'm looking at it as a blessing to give me opportunities to spread mental health awareness and other things. My interruption also is my redirection. I struggle sometimes a little bit with social anxiety. I'm diagnosed with anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder. So I feel more comfortable in the home than outside of the home. I'm more anxious outside of the home. So doing these videos is a great outlet for me. So this is like a redirection. And it's also very therapeutic for me. I get to talk about it to strangers, which I don't mind. And I don't mind the feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I just take it as is. And I'm very grateful that you're even watching this, whether you like it or not. I'm grateful for the views. And so thank you very much. God's interruptions are never a disruption. And God's interruptions are never a distraction. If you're being interrupted and it's a distraction, maybe it's not from God. God interruptions are never a disruption. Just try to keep that in mind. So if something is interrupting you from doing something that you want to do, that you have planned to do, and it becomes a distraction or a disruption during the interruption, then it's not from God. God interrupted my plans because he had a plan. Okay, God can interrupt your plans because he has a plan. But God's interruptions are never disruptive and they are never distracting. If something is distracting you from what you're supposed to do, or if it looks disruptive, then it's not from God. Okay? Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you.